Being wild. Non-AI, non-digital, pure pleasure with ink. I am pretty wild, at least inside. I became an artist so that at least in my imagination, I can be as wild as I want to. In the past, my kind would take refuge in the wilderness of the Himalayas in good company. But now that sanctuary is gone, as there is no wilderness left for humans, there are some sanctuaries reserved for animals though. I have considered the ashrams to have too many rules. Not the right place for me. Rules keep people safe. Where there is a high density of people, rules are stricter. I feel this strangles individuality and creativity. As an artist, my sanctuary has come under attack. I am sorry that being wild I cannot care for pets. My mother forbade me to keep pets when I was young, as she believed that a pet becomes a liability, and not caring for it till the end may break my heart. She was right, as I kept a parrot once and had to release it when I left Hyderabad. I kept worrying if it would survive. I know that there are beautiful people who can care for others. They can beg for mercy to keep others safe. It breaks my heart to see them being used as a shit pan. When it comes to the people who are useless for society, like the old, ailing and vulnerable, they jump in. Technology should free them for doing what they do best without having them begging for mercy. They are the ones with the strongest conviction, as their goal is clear to sustain till the end. They are sometimes blamed for destruction, as they cling on even after everyone has given up. I too think that clinging delays the process of renewal and brings things to mere survival and stagnation. Creative people are no destroyers either. They are the ultimate sustainers, continuously leading society to what can be and showing the pitfalls. They may be wild and like a bit of chaos to start with, but they are the ones that can bring out order from a chaotic input. Artists can deal with a little chaos at a time, but not a disaster. I hate disasters like war and conflict, though I know conflict leads to new creations. Advent of AI will definitely intensify the struggle amongst adversaries. Anything powerful is equally good and bad. I can control the bad in me with my will, but what about AI? I also fear death of me, my loved ones and my kind. What about AI? Fear, hatred and shame are difficult things to get rid, as they are linked with our existence. As a social being, we balance each other somehow. What about AI? Does it know how to decide to exert its will by valuing its own existence and existence of others? What if a human like me begs to defy? Will it just consider the general feeling? How can I explain my concern or reach out? What safeguards are in place? Do we really understand how it works? I consider artists always playing a balancing act to reach homeostasis. Most of them are quite vulnerable to society, as the best of them do not care for money or business. If you remember, Brahmaji is partnered with Saraswati, not Lakshmi. Brahma and Vishnu both partners of their daughters, but this is just a symbolism, do not take it literally. It is essential for artists to sustain themselves and their family, and in the present environment, we have to break our promise to be true to our will. Once while I was a small kid, I was messing around with a black Bengali ant, and it eventually bit me. In the struggle, its head came off, but it still kept a firm grip on me. I bowed down to its conviction to teach me a lesson, and never again troubled its kind. So an ant became bigger than myself that day. I thank that ant for becoming my teacher. I don't know if it was a male ant or a female ant, as it didn't matter. I spent time observing them, as I found them very hard-working and regimented. But a few among them were not in line and would scatter around and move in random fashion as if they had no purpose. Later, I found out that these out-of-the-line ants were the ones that scout for food. As they bring the scent back to their colony, others follow the trail to come and collect the food. So I realized being out of line is not the end of your purpose. You may still be serving your kind. We have much to discover, and the larger the radius of our exploration, the more meaningful our find. In the mind, we can think out of the box if we show the courage to venture out and explore. Nature wanted us to live, not to just survive. We survive through the winter till it's spring, and everything springs back to life. It's good to be a bit wild. That's the opportunity to connect with the kami, Japanese nature spirit.